did you use the new media technologies in the construction, research, planning and evaluation? To create our media product, we used Final Cut. We used effects and transitions like using black and white, a low saturation of colour for the brilli scenes in order to show the audience that the scenes were in the past and to show the depression the main character was going through, and also to help the audience understand the narrative. For example, experimenting with split screens and fades. This also contrasts the bright colours of the powder paint in the chorus, making it interesting. Speed of the editing was also a feature, using the pace of the video, keeping it in time with the music, which builds tension for the audience in contrast with the slower clips after the paint fight. This helped to build a powerful impact in the pinnacle points of the song in the chorus, conveying emotion.
We also used cameras, mainly DSLRs, and this quality allowed us to achieve a more professional finish to our music video. We were able to use the depth of field option, which allowed us to experiment with focusing on certain things, allowing to blur out certain things as well. And this is able to attract the audience's attention to this specific object.
We used the internet to research for music videos. We used YouTube to get inspiration to see the types of shots and editing that was used for professional music videos. We also used this to develop and challenge conventions of music videos and the genre that we had chosen to focus in on. We also researched digipacks and web pages to see how they were presented in the real media world. We used Web 2.0 to gain quick information and responses for our questionnaire about our target demographic and what they'd like to see from the music videos, as well as getting their response about our final product.
How effective is the combination of your main product and ancillary texts?
The ancillary texts we made were a digipack and a web page, and we researched fully through the internet to find out what kind of things we used in the music industry and in the genre that we have. And we also considered target audience and their views on what they expect from the pop rock genre music video and ancillary text to go with that.
We looked into typical conventions of a pop rock music video, and we looked into developing our own original narrative which would keep the audience interested. And so we chose to use paint in order to symbolise happiness for the emotions of the character that we had.
We also looked into the lyrics of the song and analysed them, which really helped to define the narrative of our music video, paying close attention to the title of the song, which is Superstar, and the emotions that would be perceived from the viewer and the person acting throughout the video. We also used the lyrics to represent the storyline as what the character had been through and how he can portray it most clearly to the demographic audience. We chose the topic of bullying to overemphasise the struggle of social pressures and self-confidence and the realisation that each individual person is a superstar.
For our digipack, we wanted to make it relatable to the music video to form a brand image for the band, which will be memorable for the audience. Black and white creates simplicity, and the colour from the paint splats not only relates to the music video, but the pattern is consistent on our blog and on the website. We wanted the band to be represented as a powerful unit with strong morals, therefore positioned in the digipack, standing in front of their name.
Furthermore, we also designed a web page, which we decided to link in a lot with social networking sites, therefore utilising Web 2.0. This is also to promote the band, and also so that the band can interact with the audience, which makes it a more personal experience for them.
We focus strongly on the synergy between all three products converging together in order to promote the band in the strongest way possible, to become a memorable icon, and to even become role models for the demographic audience because of their morals and impact on the audience. Also helping to draw in the audience, not from within the demographic audience, through promoting the band via Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, etc., gaining the widest range in the audience possible.
What have you learnt from your audience feedback?
We learned that audience prefer music videos that are relevant to the social pressures of today's society and things they will experience, for example, bullying and anxiety, peer pressure, social isolation, etc., giving the message that music can help you through and be a source of happiness.
We also learned through the vital feedback we got in terms of improving our actual construction of the music video, that we should make some more edits in certain places so that it keeps the audience interested, and also in order to increase the attention pace for the viewers.
The main stem from the research that we found out was what the audience expect from the music video, including shots, colours, length, movement, lip syncing and narrative, and be about as well as the types of conventions that they expect the band to have about them: appearance, instruments they play, personality.
We found out about what the audience expected to be on a digipack, for example, the images used in the representations, as well as the text and font type and the layout of the whole thing, which helps us to design our own digipack.
Furthermore, we used a focus group after we actually finished our editing of our music video, and we were able to get feedback from them. We found out that they actually really liked it, but wanted more slow motion clips in the choruses, so we added the addition of 2 more to meet the request of our target audience. We also personally felt that it added a bit bigger impact at the start of the chorus.
In what way does your media product use, develop or challenge forms and conventions of real media products?
We used conventions such as parallel narrative of a storyline involving a character and performance from the band, providing interest for the audience with some familiarity to the layout of a typical music video. We used close-ups of the lead singer and of the band for expression and adding power to the song and lyrics that are being sung. Covering a main topic such as bullying as the chosen narrative, although it is quite stereotypical of a music video in the pop rock genre, it also provides relevance for the demographic audience who may be experiencing things that are happening to the narrative, relatable, and may help the audience if they're currently in the same sort of situation as the character. Basic set layout for the digipack: 4 panels, front cover featuring the band and their name, etc. 2 inside, 1 featuring lyrics, 1 featuring more pictures of the band, and an outside having songs on the back, as well as inserts and video/band.
We subverted conventions in our music video, like the paint fight in the chorus, using colour contrasting to the black and white between the past and present, which is symbolism. We also use slow motion for sections of the chorus in order to build pace using dramatic visuals, as opposed to using scenes where the speed has been increased. For example, people shaking the paint off themselves, making it interesting and detailed for the audience to watch. We also overlaid lyrics onto an image in our digipack for colour and visual impact to make it interesting for the audience. Location. One of the locations we used was the car park in college for the main bullying scenes. This is a realistic situation and it's very secluded, meaning the dark lighting gives a sense of fear for our main character and shows her loneliness.
We also used the corridor in the college for the realistic feel, so the people that were watching the video would be able to relate to it, and also gave personal identity for the audience. We used a narrow corridor to make the scene feel more claustrophobic, so the audience may be able to relate to personal experiences.
In contrast, we decided to use a field, which is a large open area outside, in order to represent her emotions, where she can be herself and be free outside.
We also used a house and a bedroom to show how secluded she was from the outside world while she was being bullied, and also represents the realism so that the audience can relate to her.
When we shot the band scenes, we shot them in the music studio / practice space. We chose a confined room away from the story narrative, so it would be easy to separate and differentiate the difference between the storyline and the band narrative.